Hi, in tech circles, we have often heard the term cloud computing services. But what does it mean? And what are the different cloud computing services out there? In this video, we shall take a closer look at the term cloud computing and the various cloud computing service models. So, let's start with basics. To begin with, what is a cloud? The term cloud refers to the internet, and cloud computing means storing and accessing data and programs over the internet servers instead of the hard disk drive on your computer. This in turn is done by the quick handing out of shared pools of configurable computer system resources and higher level services over the internet. Cloud computing allows the businesses to focus on their core functions instead of spending resources on computer infrastructure and maintenance. Before we talk about cloud computing service models, let's look at what is cloud storage. It is basically a model of computer data storage where the digital data is stored across multiple servers and the physical environment is usually owned and managed by a hosting company. For instance, if you have over 5,000 images from your vacation, you may not have enough memory on your phone or computer to store them all. And you'd also want a backup of these image files in case your phone or PC crashes. In such a scenario, it is ideal to save the images on the cloud. There are several cloud computing service models out there today. Let's look at them one by one. Infrastructure as a service. Here, the consumer does not manage or control the underlying cloud infrastructure, but can control the operating system, storage, and deployed applications. The IaaS provider is typically an online service offering high-level application program interfaces. The advantage of IaaS is that it can support large number of virtual machines and offer the customer the ability to scale services up and down according to his or her varying needs. The next type is platform as a service. Here, the consumer does not manage or control the underlying cloud infrastructure, but has control over the deployed applications and possibly configuration settings for the application hosting environment. In other words, the PaaS provider basically creates a development environment completely with a toolkit, standards for development for application developers. This means that now the app developers can develop and run their software solutions on a cloud platform without the cost and complexity of buying and managing the underlying hardware and software layers. Let's move on to the next type, software as a service. Here, the consumer can use the provider's applications running on a cloud infrastructure. The applications can be accessed from various client devices such as a web browser, example a web-based email, or a program interface. The consumer has no control over the underlying cloud infrastructure. This means maintenance and support are no longer the user's problem. Also called on-demand software. SaaS is usually priced on a pay-per-use basis or using a subscription fee. Here's the next type, mobile backend as a service. This model is also known as backend as a service. It is fairly new and involves a setup where web app and mobile app developers can link their applications to cloud storage and cloud computing services. Services on offer include user management, push notifications, integration with social networking services, and more. So here we come to the last type of model, serverless computing. Serverless computing does not mean a cloud computing code execution model that runs without servers. It is called so because the client here, either a company or an individual, does not have to buy or rent provision servers or virtual machines for the backend code to run on. Instead, the cloud provider completely manages from starting and stopping virtual machines as required to service requests. And billing is as per an abstract measure of the resources need to satisfy the said request, in place of a per hour per virtual machine rate. So yes, those are the key cloud computing service models in the market today. That brings us to an end of this video. Hope you found it useful. Thank you for watching.